News, views and real estate. Buy, sell or invest. It's all covered on this show. Thank you very much for joining us on the Property Show. Pick up the phone and call us if you've got a property on your mind, and 56388 is a short code for SMS. You can also call us on the numbers on your screen. Let's begin with telling you what's on the show today. We've got top buys in real estate in Navi Mumbai and Gurgaon. That's first up. We also have budget homes in Noida and Bengaluru. Our next stop will be Chennai and Hyderabad. That's down south. Our expert segment, housing for senior citizens, a trend that's fast becoming a niche for developers to explore. And now we have the best known NGO, HelpAge, venturing out into the space as well. What are the benefits of buying one of their houses? Let's start with getting an update on all that's buzzing in the world of real estate, all the news which is flowing in.
In latest findings by Industry Chamber ASSOCHAM, the Indian real estate sector attracted investments of 42,000 crore during the last financial year, which is a slip of almost 55% compared to the previous fiscal. The state of Maharashtra recorded a 55% growth in outstanding investments worth 3 lakh crore in the fiscal ended March 2013. However, new investments dipped from 16,000 crore to just over 7,000 crore. While most states recorded a slide in new investments, Gujarat reported a 700% growth from just 2,000 crore in 2011-12 to a stunning 17,000 crore last fiscal. Kerala also impressed with a 550% growth. After a long wait, Mumbaikars finally have their own metro line. Chief Minister Prithviraj Chavan flagged off the trial run of the state's first metro on a 3-kilometer stretch between Versova and Azad Nagar in North Mumbai suburb of Andheri. This section is part of the 11.4-kilometer Versova-Ghatkopar metro corridor, a crucial east-to-west link that will cut travel time from 90 to 20 minutes. Chief Minister Chavan stated that the first phase from Versova to Airport Road will be up and running by September, and the second phase from Airport Road to Ghatkopar will be ready by December. The model of special economic zones may not have worked for Haryana, but private developers who are still holding such notified projects are in for a windfall by the state government. The government may award a one-time opportunity to SEZ developers by granting licenses for industrial colonies. According to reports, the state government also plans to ease the norms for an industrial colony license by allowing 15% residential plotting instead of the present 10%. Out of the over 24 notified SEZs, almost two-thirds of these are in Gurgaon and can expect to be benefited from this policy change. In a big relief to property owners in Delhi, the High Court has scrapped a controversial decision of the Delhi government to prohibit property transactions through general power of attorney. The Delhi High Court rapped the state government for wrongly interpreting a 2011 Supreme Court judgment relating to power of attorney deals, clarifying that the Supreme Court had never imposed a blanket ban on power of attorney transactions. The High Court stated that the Supreme Court has not said that in no case a conveyance can be registered by taking recourse to a GPA. As long as the transaction is genuine, the same will have to be registered by the sub-registrar. In the wake of several cases of MADA lottery flats being delivered late to buyers, the authority has now relaxed the payment rules. Now prospective lottery winners of the soon-to-be auctioned MADA flats will not have to pay the total flat cost until possession of the flat. The authority said the decision was taken so as to relieve buyers from paying EMIs before possession. The total cost of the flat will be paid by buyers only once the allotment letters are issued and the occupation certificate is received from the civic bodies. Days after North India was rocked by 3 tremors, a seismic vulnerability assessment report of multi-story buildings in Noida conducted by IIT Roorkee has revealed that high-rises in Noida are not equipped to handle the big one. According to the IIT study commissioned by the Noida Authority, there are a number of shortcomings in the planning of multi-story buildings in Noida. Large water tanks on the roof, ground parking, inadequate separation between adjacent buildings were just some of the structural and planning deficiencies highlighted by the IIT study. In view of the sizable traffic that commutes between Delhi and Noida every day, the Noida Authority is planning to build another 6-lane bridge across the Yamuna. The new bridge will run parallel to the Kalindi Kunj bridge across the Yamuna and will benefit commuters travelling between Delhi, Noida and Faridabad. The present DND Flyway and Kalindi Kunj bridge witness traffic volumes of close to 1.5 lakh vehicles per day.
All right, that's of course some infrastructure developers which are lined up in our national capital region. Let's tell you what are the cities we're going to cover on this show in the top segment: Noida, Navi Mumbai and Gurgaon. And of course, Sameer Jasuja is with me here in the studio to take all your questions. Sameer, thank you very much for being part of the show. Okay, let's move on. Geeta Sharma is on the phone line. Geeta, hi. Thanks for waiting by. Go ahead with your question.
The outset, kudos to you and your knowledge team. You guys are doing an excellent job. And you're having women calling for property.
Thank you so much, Geeta. Thank you.
Okay. My question, Manisha, is that I am looking at a budget of around 60. And I'm looking primarily at Gurgaon as a first preference, or Noida. And I'm looking at a small unit which I can get directly from the developer without having to go through any of the brokers or any of the white flag stuff. So what are the options for an end user like me?
All right. You know, you put up two very, very difficult demands to meet. First, you've said 60 lakhs budget and you've said Gurgaon. And you've also said in the National Capital Region market, whether it's Noida or Gurgaon, you actually want something from the developer directly, which actually gets sold out. And we don't recommend projects which are at least not halfway through in terms of construction. And those properties are just not available directly from the developer, Sameer.
Absolutely, unless they are from an extremely reputed developer like the Tata or the Godrej's. But even there, the price points are so much more higher because they tend to now charge a big premium for their brand.
So resale, you actually get properties much cheaper,
yes,
and that's the unique part of NCR.
That's the unique part of NCR, absolutely right, because of the fact that this is a very heavy investor-driven market right now. The first people who come in are financiers and underwriters, and they get a steep discount from the developer when they buy bulk apartments, and then they come out into the market and resell, and the developer takes the prices up slowly so that they can get an exit at a decent return, and the end user starts to come in slowly when development starts to happen, where execution is demonstrated on the ground. And rightfully so, the end user has to pay a little bit more premium, but at least he's more sure there's housing finance that is available, and there is less risk over there. And this is how, unfortunately, the NCR market works. So there's pretty much very little that we can do in helping you achieve both your objectives, but what we can do is recommend great projects for you which are getting executed. Of course, Gurgaon will be out of the question in this budget and price point, but Noida Expressway, which is a very promising market, although a good amount of supply that is coming up. But having said that, this is the market that you should look at. There are good projects over here in your budget. I'll just share the key data points with you. This is the stretch 2 of the expressway that we are talking about, starting with sector 93 going up to sector 168. We're talking about 54 projects with 43,211 apartments coming up here. Inventory overhang is of 10 odd months. The weighted average price now is crept up to 4,907 rupees a square feet. This is the mid segment. Price appreciation trends 44% over the last 2.5 years, or 17.5% on an annualized basis. The two projects that you should consider are Kensington Park Apartments by JP, sector 133. This is 4,600 rupees a square feet. 2015 is the completion year, and yes, you'll have to pick it up from the resale market. Trust me, when you're buying a property in the resale market, which is a primary development, the broker has a very limited role to play. The developer has to acknowledge the transfer and take on the liability, and you are as safe as if you were buying the property from the developer itself. Make sure that the developer is a third party and all the transactions completed at the developer's office, and he's the acknowledging party. Lastly, Lotus Zinc 3C sector 168, 5,500 rupees a square feet. 2014 is the completion year, and this project is also available from the resale market.